know that. But perfect example. Today in the TV chat, everybody in the chat saying JFK and James, they're not friends no more. They're not friends. And you know the craziest part? While they're saying that, we're fucking live together. How crazy is that?
The real people see it. That's why we love you guys. Like, sincerely, you guys are real. Like, all of you. Yeah, it's so different from that other side where it's alliances and following and clicks and likes, and the people who will follow you are going to follow me because we say good. You guys are real, and you're very much appreciated. Sincerely.
I appreciate
We're
that.
not going to judge people because of their beliefs.
Yeah, and we're not going to do, and like
Same.
the same thing, like if one of our friends are going through something, if me and Jay Brill are talking, we're like, hey, what's up with this? What's up with that one? We don't try to spin each other out because we're gonna try to build, we're gonna try to, because we know what I learned being a man. When you're coming at your friend, the last thing you want to do is step on his neck. So the first thing you want to say to him is, hey, listen, man, you could do whatever you want. You could do whatever you want. You could do whatever you want. I trust you. I trust your things. But hey, here's a little like, can I give you some advice? You don't have to take it, but can I give you this jewel real quick? Because I don't want to come off like it's my way or the highway. That never works. It just never works. And that's how you keep your friends, by not judging them. You know what I mean? And working through everybody's quirks. Because I'm a quirky prick too. And you got to just navigate around that. And right now on my channel, the JFK channel, I'm navigating a bunch of personalities. But I want James to do it. I'm on the layover tonight. I ain't on the and I'm not streaming it on my channel. I'm doing it on his channel. I love being in this seat. This is easy. You know what I mean? I don't have to fly the plane. You know what I mean? So I want James to be more consistent with his lives. But he's getting there. He's going to get there when he gets there. But I'm not going to put the pressure on him and be like, yo, you need to do this. You need to do that. He'll do it when he's ready.
It's a lot easier when I don't have my dog. And
yeah, of course. You got your reasons. And I want Jay Brill. I want Jay Brill if that's something he wants to do. And then Kevy Kev is working towards that. I want them to be able to, to branch off and do their things. I want them to win. So, but we got to stay together. You know what I mean? And we can't let people get in between us from us assuming. But it's crazy that people want to see us apart. And that's what's so toxic. Like, you want to see our friendship apart. We just was out 9 days ago in Boston eating the best steak because E-Pags, honestly, Natalie, our mods took us out. We celebrated the birthday. I think that bill probably came to like $700-800, and our mods took the fucking bill. You know what I mean? And like, that's crazy. Like, that's love. That is love, man.
And that's what I was thinking of on the way here. I was thinking, you got other people that come from different, other even content creators that come here. I guess a few came in for Turtle Boy's his errand, and they're staying at hotels by themselves. They don't have. What about all their mods and all their people and all their chat and all their people that trust them? Why ain't they they set up a surprise birthday party for me? I haven't had a surprise birthday party in my whole life. So
that's what I'm saying, man. And like, and it's hard. And when you don't experience that type of love for a long time, it's hard to even accept it because you think like, is it coming with a penalty? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's tough. So we're learning on the job, and we ain't afraid to say that. We're not perfect people. We're learning on the job. But the last thing we're gonna do is like, we're gonna come with the facts. I don't feel like we spread any rumor tonight. The guy said it. And I think he was credible, and you have a right to believe what you want to believe. But the last thing we're going to hear is that, because Meredith, and we start throwing shit in the game to not address the fucking facts at hand. And that's what's been happening. You know what I mean? Like, spinning the narrative that we're uncredible, we're not credible people, we're hood boogers, we're this, we're that, to make it seem like what we're saying is not factual. When in fact it is. Well, it's factual to the point where we're bringing a receipt, and it's up to you to go through it and choose what you want to choose. If that makes sense. God bless everybody. I go by the name of JFK, and I'm going swimming.
Shit, right?
Well, it wasn't just a man saying it. It was a man that witnessed this incident saying it, and it's really not much different from me recording Francis, except for back then they didn't have video cameras, so he couldn't record it. So
it was with his mind.
That's
man.
true. That's a great point.
Yeah,
that's a great point. And that's what happens in prison. Like, he went to a federal penitentiary at a young age, right? And when he's in there, he starts realizing the politics of jail, and then he starts realizing, how it goes. And it's like, and now he realizes that he can't let that go anymore. You know what I'm saying? Because he now he's been exposed to prison, and that's hard to shake. Once you get exposed to prison, it's hard to turn it off. And he came home like, this dude has got to pay. And now, and at first he wanted to do bad things to him, and now he just wants to expose him and move on. But mostly he just wants him to come on here and call him a liar, and he won't do it.
Oh, I just seen the dude BLT up in here trying to defend it. Look, man, you want to defend it? I see what you do, BLT. You go on X tomorrow and you defend that. You had a guy up here talking about your boy, talking about what he did 20 years ago, and he had the opportunity to address it, and he fucking took off fast, man. There was nothing I could do to keep him here. I even sent him a message.
See, that's the how about this, BLT, right? Why don't you come up here and turn your camera on, or do this? Since you can't do that, go to your bathroom right now. There's a sink in the bathroom. Bang your head off the fucking sink, right? And then fall all the way back. And then after you fall all the way back, BLT, pack it all the way the fuck up. All right? You don't matter, you fucking weirdo. All right? Clip that and rub it on your chest. All right, yeah?
Yo, you know what I was thinking, Jay? Also about that with this. We used to have a mod when we first started BLT. Remember that?
Oh, we did. Yeah. You're right about that. Yeah, you're right about that. That's fucking true. Wow.
And they hit me up.
James.
Yeah, they hit me up.
And then they made someone else a mod out. Yeah. Wow. When I have to call Jay Brill up and give him the intel.
Oh yeah, I still got the because you know what they did? They set up that. Remember, they were like, "Oh, we got to set up a GoFundMe."
All I need is the name of the state.
What if BLT throws his camera around and it's actually LTL? I mean, that'd be great. But I'm saying, I feel like these people who have these strong statements and they want to be known. This is the point we're trying to make. The reason why you're defending it, BLT, because you're the same as Ray from Dallas. You hide behind a fucking lettuce sandwich. We don't know who you are. You could be anybody. We don't know who you are. You could be fucking Brian McAlbert. We don't know who you are. So why don't you man up or woman up and come show your face? Or don't be so vocal. And try to, because this person tries to lead the chats and try to influence the chats. That's what you do. And then on top of that, you go to Twitter and you make content. Angie, let me ask you this, Angie. Are you the one that's taking all our videos and made YouTube videos? Is that you?
Angie checked out. Oh wait, is she even up on the screen?
There's someone who's taking all our YouTube videos, man, and made a channel, you know, and her name is
You
Angie.
take-
I was
Oh
like,
no. That's I seen the dude. He's
it's not. I don't think it's a dude. It says like Angela or something.
It's the guy, man. His name is like Keeping It Real or something.
No, that
No,
can't we
not
keep
him.
it real? Not him. We
No,
already
not
talked to
him,
him
not
last night.
Oh, he's a good dude. Can we keep it real?
Yeah, but he's not a good dude, Babs, because
Wait,
now what he did was he wrote.
yeah.
Listen, see, here's the thing. He turned around today and got butthurt because I wasn't trying to agree with everything he said. Like
Yeah,
I
he was
wasn't
the
going.
one that would play us in
Yeah.
chats, and I
Yeah,
called
that's
him
what he does. And the thing is, he uses our fabric, like our logo, our stuff, and it makes
Yeah.
it look like he's an extension of us. Like if you don't look fast enough, like if you just see
You
him,
would think it was
you
us.
would think it was one of us, right? And then he uses
And I
all the
caught his
content,
ass quick too.
and he
Paul
talks a lot,
Spencer.
and he talks a lot of shit. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Like he goes in,
Got you.
but
I
here's
got
the
some
thing.
messages from him.
Yeah, but
last
here's the
night.
thing. I told him. I said, listen, I took 10 days off, right? And I told everybody in the chat, I took 10 days off. I came back. I'm not on that type of time right now. So, you know, give me my grace. And he came in hot saying all these crazy things. And all I did was say, hey, man. And I told him, I asked him a question. I said, listen, you don't have to answer this question if you don't want to. And I ain't trying to step on your neck. And I said, I ain't trying to slight you. And you don't have to answer this question if you don't want to. I said, do you want TB in jail? And he said no. And then he kind of made a smirk, like, you know, but, you know, he's this and he's that. And he abuses women and he probably abused his mother. And then I said, whoa. You can't say he abuses. But he goes, well, no, I'm not saying he did that. I'm saying that people who abuse women could have abused their mothers, right? But whatever. I don't think the conversation was that negative. And then his phone went crazy, right, Babs? If you remember, his phone went dead. I don't know if you were watching, but his phone went dead and we couldn't finish the conversation. And so
Yeah,
then
I
today,
went on live.
yeah, this was last night. I had an open link like you. That's why Babs came up. I put the
Oh,
link up.
shit.
I let him up. And so he turned around and you know what he labeled his content today? But and this is what makes me mad because I did not do this, right? I just said I was making points to Babs and I was making points to him. I get what I told Babs this. I said, Babs, I can understand why you guys, I'm not saying not to talk your truth. I'm not saying that you guys shouldn't have groups and speak your truth. But if you're constantly talking about TB, it's gonna look like you're trying to turn the chat around and like maybe like transform into like, you know, to understand what you know what it is, right? And I said that's never going to happen,
Don't tell
right?
me.
We talk about it all the time, right, James? Like
Yeah.
it's never going to happen. You're never going to turn these people around, and that's all I was telling Babs. Like, and Babs like, well, you know, if I could get a couple of people to turn around, I'm like, okay, but be prepared for what comes with it. And I was just giving her some info, and I think we had a good conversation, and she understands me enough that I wasn't being harmful. Now I try to say the same thing to the dude, keeping it real, and I was just saying to him the same thing, like, yo, bro, like, what's the end game? Like, what are you trying to get out of this? If you're trying to take Turtle Boy down, like, that's not going to happen. So just live with it. And I'm not saying not to speak your truth, but taking him down is probably not going to happen, right? And that's just my opinion. That doesn't mean it can't happen, but that's just my opinion, right? So, and I'm not in the interest of taking anybody down. I'm in the interest of doing what we want to do and just do us. Like, because I don't want, because they try to take me down. I didn't like it. And I ain't trying to take anybody else down. But the point is, you know what he went over the video. He did a reaction video. You know what he labeled it? JFK sides with the turtle.
Oh no.
Man, this
No, he
man.
didn't.
And
Really?
yeah. And I was like, yo,
Yo.
that's what you did. Like, yo, tell me where the fuck I
Listen,
sided with the
man.
turtle. Like, first off the bat, does it look like I'm on the side? I'm not on the side of anything. I'm just on the side of
Bro.
not everything that comes out. Me, James Jackson, Jay Brill are not the fucking internet police. We don't have to like react to every scandal, everything, because we went down that road. Like, look, we just reacted to this one, right? We reacted again. This group of people reacted again to something, right? And if tomorrow everybody says that we're pieces of shit, tell us why should we even try to fight for justice when it comes to this group of people?
Right.
Like,
Can I
think
say
about it.
something, James?
You-
Or Jason? Shit, JFK.
Yeah,
Go on,
who's
spit it
that?
out, Babs.
Who's that? Who's that?
Babs. I was just
Yeah,
gonna say one thing. If people, and this is me, not you guys talking, but I've said it before. If people like the Turtle and Will and Jimmy and all those people don't like me, thank God, because if they did like me, I would know that I've really fucked up my life somewhere. So the fact that they've got negative shit to say about me makes me happy. I mean,
Yeah,
I don't
no, I
like
get
the
it.
idea of my family getting dragged, but
No,
I don't want that type of attention in my life. I don't want those people to like me. They are not my people. They never have been. They never will be. So
Yeah,
this shit
I
drag me, bro.
totally understand.
Okay, so I have a question.
Angie,
If
one
you-
second.
Oh, she's alive.
Real quick.
Bitch, what happened?
Coming in hot. I totally get it, right? But I do not want dudes like Keeping It Real talking for me and JFK and coming in here and talking about, you know, saying, oh, then doing a show the next day. Bro, you've been doing, your whole content has been us and how we've been talking
We've been a
about
lot of
this.
people's content.
But
Not
I
just
mean,
him, a
it's
lot of
not
people.
even like you don't even take the time to make a fucking thumbnail, bro. Like slow your roll.
Yeah.
You know, you don't
Well,
even
he got
take
mad.
the
He got mad because to him, I was siding with TB, but I wasn't. What I was saying was,
You don't
I was
want
side.
somebody
I
to go
was.
to jail. He wouldn't
I
want you
don't
to
want.
go
I
to
don't want to
jail.
see. I don't want to see him go to jail, right?
Yeah,
Because
you got caught
because here's the thing. Because here's the thing.
Somebody
Because
stop and shop.
Because here's the thing. This situation.
Tell on you.
But here's the situation. This situation is different. Now I understand if you're looking at it from the point of view of the POV of the court case itself. Jail is on the table for this dude, 100%. The Commonwealth ain't giving up. They're gonna try to lock him up. But is that what is? Should that happen to him? No, because the witnesses, which is other defendants, right? Like at least that's what I believe. I believe they had something to do with John O'Keefe. So
Jen
this is like
McCain,
this is
Chris
Jen McCain. It's
Albert.
very that's what makes it different, right? And but as far as when you separate that and you put that to the side and you just zone in on the docket number and the
Right.
judge and the jury and the case itself, he's got a fucking uphill battle for sure. But I don't wish it to go bad on him. I feel like a lot of people want to tote that fine line and say, hey, he deserves jail. This is what I was saying last night, James. You weren't there. If he goes to jail, he'll learn a lesson. And what I was trying to say was that sometimes dudes will go to jail and nothing happens to him in there too. So like, it's not necessarily that he goes to prison and he gets taught a lesson. He might go there and get along with everybody and then comes home and he's even worse.
Right.
I mean, I've seen things like this happen. So my point is,
Might go
why
jail.
zone in on trying to always
Get him to
take
go
someone
jail.
down? You know what I'm saying? You know, that's all I'm saying. And
Help the help the
because
situation.
the chat sees you doing that, and that's who you got to worry about. And they're the loose, the ones that every single day they're gonna talk shit and make fake accounts and come at you. Now, like I said, if you're strong enough to not care about that and go on with your life, then go for it. But it can wear on you. And that's all I was trying to tell Babs. And that's what I was trying to tell this dude. But he took it as JFK sided with Turtle. No, I took it as I'm sick of getting added 100 fucking times a day. I'm sick of hearing, no disrespect to Angie, people saying JFK, the wiretap had nothing to do with you.
I
It
know,
had
but
everything to do with Karen. No, it didn't. Because here's the thing, Angie, and people like you who try to say that fucking thing had nothing to do with us, and had everything to do with us. Because see you later, have a good one. If they take that, if on that wiretap, right? I'm sorry, I'm ranting right now, James. I'll wrap it up. Give me 1 minute.
no,
And let me just say this: if you turn around and look at it this way, all these good things happen in this movement. There's a level up, right? And we're all following the level up. If TB takes a level down, which he did, he went back to his old ways, and everybody that's familiar with him, and me and James are very familiar, then he's going backwards. And we know what that type of content is. We know, and Babs, you know, because you went over some of the shit last night. So if he's going that way, and if he's taking a step back, how are we going to level up if we stay on that train? We're not. So I wanted to detach myself from that train immediately. Listen, I ain't with this shit. And we took all the fucking heat. And I'm not saying Babs didn't have our back because she said she hit us up in the email. Now that she says it, I remember. But the point is like, but I don't have to always attack everything every day. And if people want to do that, that's fine. I'm not saying it's, that's a bad thing if you want to go on spaces and do that. But if I go on the spaces, right, I don't want to be put in a pigeonhole right off the bat. Like if you go in that spaces, right, and we start talking, like, do I got to jump on the train? Like, fuck this one, fuck that one. What if I want to talk about, making cookies with my kids? Like, and that's what I'm saying. What's the end game? What's your platform about? The JFK platform, James Jackson platform was never to like be a drama channel. Unfortunately, we're correcting the record, but we never really wanted to go in that direction. And we just wanted to calm some things down. And this guy keeping it real. I'm sorry if I'm fucking, I hope I'm making sense. But this guy keeping it real, decided to say I was siding with Turtle, all because I was protecting my growth. And that's like, and that goes to show you, I can't even win with people who are on my side. The people on my side will start turning on me. You know what I mean? Stop making
But I don't think
assumptions.
he's on our side. Like I seen him the way he came in, and that night when I called him out and said, "Well, actually, I didn't even know it was him at first." I said, "Look, I have a feeling that whoever is pretending to be JFK, James Jackson, going into these chats, Glariz, TVs, acting like us." I said, "I know you're not the enemy, but I have a feeling you like us, but you don't like them for some fucking." That same night, keeping it real, hits me up. "Yo, James, you were right, man." And I'm like, "Right about what?" "You was right, man. I was going in there saying I was you." I'm like, "Bro, what the fuck?"
Oh, that was him?
Yeah, I called him,
Oh,
bro.
that's weird.
Yeah.
So let me just take this right here. JFK, I watched live. You asked Barb's and CWKIR questions. Why? Oh, keeping it real. No, I'm glad. Why do you want to take TV down? They both answered you, but you keep insistent, even though they explain their mission. But see, they explain their mission, and I kept not insistent. I kept asking questions and letting them know, no matter how,
Keeping it real.
whatever what it is, I kept asking questions because in the end, when you keep pushing that narrative, right, that, oh, we're just here to be a support group and we just want to, we want to let everybody know who've been attacked on the internet, they have a space to go. And I think that's great. But the chats and TB, they don't look at it that way. They look at it like you want to take me down and then they're going to come on the attack, right?
Look at this person.
Yeah, that's cool, right?
I'll
Who
tell you
cares?
what.
But let me just say this. Let me say
8
this.
hours of being live.
Right.
I'm
Yeah.
real
No big
fucking
deal.
tired.
No big deal. And all I'm saying is and the thing is, they got mad because you don't want me to come in and derail the drama that you want to see. You don't want me to come in and you want me every night to take swims. You want me every night to put pictures up of the glare and say, fuck the glare. That's what you want. But then you'll be the same person to be like, I just want peace. What do you want? You want peace or you want this? You can't win. You're fucked if you do, fucked if you don't. That was my point. And you better be prepared for things to take a swerve and go up and down. And I hope that Babs is prepared for it because they will come for you. And even the people you thought you were cool with,
She's prepared,
they'll-
man. She don't care.
I know,
about
but
you. She said,
I was saying last night, even the
"Fuck
people
you,
that
bitch," just like that to the glare.
but listen, what I'm saying, no, and I love it. But what I'm saying is, even the people that got love for her now, they can turn too.
Oh yeah, they'll turn.
And that's the shit that hurts when you turn around and you see someone who was just cool with you make a turn. So that's what comes with it. So don't trust anybody. Just understand what comes with it. And that's it. And that's all I was trying to say. And I think that I made that point. But the fact that like I took a stance last night saying that if you ask for something, you just might get it. And you know what? It happened. It happened tonight. He put Babs up on the big screen.